What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. I am Pete. I'm a top player in Risk Global Domination. I have a daily release on YouTube. I do a weekday show on Twitch, and I do an almost daily on my second channel, Free Pete. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channels. Come along the ride with me. What we are doing is everyone's favorite Europe Advanced Capitals. We're playing as Orange in the third position. Let's go. Adam88 Mars, I love your videos, buddy. You keep me company every evening with your videos. Funny, entertaining, educational. I love your humble personality and your share the love, be kind to others attitude. Adam, thank you for watching, sir. It's really such a fun surprise for me to realize that my work is so well received. And it means so much. Just so many in just a little bit of different ways. Like the fact that I can, you know, brighten your day a touch. Just a little bit. To know that I exist for some reason. Maybe I make the world just a little bit better, you know? That means a lot to me. So I think I take the Romania cap here. I could go for Gascony. Kind of torn about how to play it. I like Romania better. White will see it. White and I can be either the best friends in the world or the worst enemies you've ever seen. I think that's how I'm going to deal with this pocket. Okay, let's see if we can track positioning, capitals, whatnot. Let's see where everyone goes. Arkin would like to know, on the subject of free speech, it seems like you had Brutal muted. Who? That game, not be able to hear what one of your opponents said could put me at a disadvantage. What are my thought processes? Well, hypothetically, if that opponent had lied to me in a past game, hearing anything they have to say would be a disadvantage, right? Because if a opponent lies to you and you allow them to manipulate you a second time, that's on you. So I think there are some people who have lost their ability to communicate effectively, and this would be one of those cases, right? Your right to free speech must be upheld by you embodying those values. So blue does, interesting, blue does see my capital here, but he picks there anyways. I have my capital Romania. Let's see where orange goes. Orange could go on the 4. I don't, or not orange, white. Let's see where white goes. We don't see much. Yeah, he does go there. Okay, cool. So I'm actually sandwiched between blue and white, but don't terribly hate that because they're not neighbor caps. We figure someone's going to be in the noob corner. And purple's there. Okay, so we have a purple capital up here. Purple, white, myself, blue, and likely at least someone up here, maybe even both. Good to know. El Camino Mort. With your free speech stance, would that mean you don't agree with Canadian compelled speech laws compelling you to use preferred pronouns, even if you don't mind using requested pronouns when referring to people? Well, I mean, legally mandated compelled speech is something that has not existed within the British common law legal tradition ever. That's like communist Russia. That's like the Soviet Union, right? So going in that direction is something that our legislators have to take very, very seriously. And yeah, as you said, preferred pronouns as far as when referring to people, if someone asks you to use certain words out of kindness and respect, that is a very different thing than the government forcing you to use words. Not the same, right? Treating people with kindness, love, and respect is something that I very, very much stand for and can get behind. We're going to try and take this bonus turn 1 and see if anyone interrupts. Blue sees it, white sees it, but white's going to know that I want them to hold theirs. I set up to be non-confrontational after that hold. See how it goes. D4, F4, Mason V, no politics, please. Yes, please tell me what words I'm allowed to use on my show. The exact topic at hand. You read through C16 Heitsung? What does it say? I never read through it, so I don't pretend to know what the actual legislation says. And I'm also not a lawyer. Right? All we can do with this conversation is take other people's secondhand responses on what they think it means. Blue is trying to take Orient. Pretty relaxing to watch your videos. Risk is a small way I can get away from the shitty things in life. Thank you for giving me a break from life. You're welcome, sir. But you don't need a break from life. Life is beautiful. We must embrace it for its beauty. I think Blue trying to take this pocket without cap stacking might be dangerous. Right, since C16 isn't very long, can't rehash it on spot. I'm saying JBP made a career of making it sound way more dramatic. Well, that sounds like his entire career. The Crab King. Oh, he does break. So interesting. And tell me he takes his own too. Yeah, so interesting to me, right? That I can neither have mine. Like, wouldn't it make more sense if he wanted his? Okay, so this is just like classic noob behavior. Sure. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. What do we do about a bad neighbor early? Interesting. Yeah, I really try to approach the public conversation about ideas with the minimum amount of hyperbole. And I think part of my approach with that has a lot to do with the fact that I have no dog in the fight. I don't fly any flag. I am entirely apolitical. I don't believe in any one team over any other, right? I want us to all come together as one humanity and work together for our own mutual success. So given that any sort of us versus them dichotomy is something that I roil against, and I think, well, it would be better than fighting amongst ourselves is love and kindness and unity. But I do see the path to that only the path to discussing complex ideas is only possible when you are in a circumstance where you can think and speak freely. Fuck. I mean, if I break, that continues the war. I'll give him one more chance. Let's see if this works. Just one more chance before we go attrition. And see if he takes it. Bull says, killing Pete in court might not be best. Who's killing me in court, sir? Miles says, this is a situation I keep running up against with bad neighbors. Exactly. If you don't break, he gets strong and slams me. But if you do, he breaks you back. Right. So I'm trying to de-escalate. So that was my sue for peace. That was, okay, we found Magenta's capital. That was my attempt to de-escalate the sitch. Just by threatening to break, but not, and then retaking mine says, I want mine, you get yours. That's win-win. Let's see if you're really, really stupid and you still insist on a war of attrition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still don't see Red's capital. But I'm guessing Red is here, which means I can start, whether or not I have a bonus, I can start expanding here and take the top right. So we figured out where we probably can go. White didn't give us a thumbs up. Well, we don't have alliances on, so we can't do that. If you were American, would you register as an independent or libertarian? I would not vote if I was an American. I do not vote as a Canadian, and I advocate not voting, which is really, really out there as an idea for a lot of people. I think buying into the existing system through voting is not a meaningful political action, because the available discourse of the existing system exists in a sub-level where meaningful change cannot occur. So if we continue to insist upon that, he does break me. Let's see if he breaks. He does. That's so funny. That's so funny. Okay. Well, there we are. If we continue to insist upon our structure as being the correct way, what we end up with is anthropogenic climate change and, runaway income inequality and wealth disparity and, it's very scary demographic shifts, all sorts of negative trends that we see running counter to all of the other benefits. And like, not to be a doomsayer, right? I think our world is benefiting a ton. So I think I don't break. I think I actually let him get into an inevitable war with purple. And I do exactly what I was thinking about doing, is I start taking cards elsewhere and cap stack. Maybe I let blue run into me. Tricky. Okay, yeah, purple's just dominating the bottom left. Boosted Boot says, I didn't realize that your view voting these idiots in with their specific stance outlook the same I do. I haven't voted in years because I don't view any of the parties as doing what is truly necessary to fix this country. I can share my thought in a very simple way, and it is this. The only meaningful political conversation that needs to occur is electoral reform. We can talk about the climate. We can talk about equality and inequality. We can protest till the cows come home. But if the most important thing we are talking about is how to change the structure by which we are governed, then we stay enslaved in this us versus them dichotomy forever, as we are currently enslaved. So if you enjoy your slavery, pick a side, because you're only picking a side here, and everything else will continue to run on inertia around it. I'm in a really bad spot now. I don't think I break white. But I now kind of have to hope that white pisses off other people. And as we see, magenta is now strong, purple is now strong. White and I could have been stronger. But I'm okay to cap stack for a while with a really big capital. All right, we got a question here highlighted. Racist Flamey. Howdy. Heard you on not voting. What about using your vote to say none of the above? Yes, my parents did that for years. I thought it was very masturbatory. It's called the protest vote, right? You're still engaging with a system which I feel has no mandate, right? What I would like to do, and what I have been doing, is I am building a very, very, very small soapbox here to stand upon or sit upon while I play a video game, because I have a captive audience and you guys seem to enjoy listening to me talk. So if I can have that tiny, tiny little impact in your thinking, where you perhaps just add a bit of nuance to your own model of belief of how the world makes sense and doesn't, then I'm doing my job. And one thing I think is drastically lacking is a conversation around systems reform, structural change. He hits it. He has nothing on capital. Ooh, baby. He has nothing on capital. Whew. Do I have cards? I do. I can set. Oh. I can set. Okay. That's mean, man. That's a mean play. But I don't know. I don't know. Nothing will change unless you vote for it, though. No, it doesn't, because nothing will change if you buy into the voting. So if the candidate that exists, if the cell phone party, like I've been talking about, or the some sort of distributed decision-making system that we collectively design, can be voted upon, then yeah, it absolutely makes sense to vote on that. But the circumstance we find ourselves now is still within that mostly binary blue team or red team fight, and it's either us or them, which is not the way to have an intelligent, educated discourse about stuff. As it sounds, I feel it's very risky depicting the current system as hopeless without meaningful structural reform. I do not depict that. That is a misunderstanding of what I am saying. The whole idea of we can't talk about X before we talk about Y first is very dangerous. Yeah, well, that's exactly the thing I'm trying to fight against, right? So if you can show an iterative system that gets away from the business party, which is all parties, right? Then I can absolutely engage with it meaningfully. I think 10v4 is an absolute take. 88? Oh boy. Oh boy, poor guy. Now he loses the game. Yeah, like obviously the format isn't appropriate to have, such an in-depth conversation because every single person, every single one of you is at a slightly different place in your understanding of how this process works. Our system is evolutionary and not revolutionary, and you absolutely do not want to live through the revolution. So how do we get to the there from here as safely as possible, right? I have a couple ideas on that. Not the least of which is the idea of like a cell phone party, right? Where the exact representative is nominally the person who holds the power, but in fact they rather not nominally de jure the person who holds the power, but they de facto operate according to the will of their constituents in a real mandate. Poor Blue. Yeah, poor Blue. He doesn't know what to do now. You're in a casino with headphones and someone's shouting in your ear. Oh man, how do I succinctly represent my position? Okay, so the succinct way is this. In Canada and in the United States, which are the two political constituencies that I actually pay attention to enough to presume that I know enough to talk about them at all, is this. We have the A team and the B team. And the politics is a pendulum that swings back and forth between the A team and the B team. And the A team pretends to be substantively different than the B team in order to coerce the populace into voting for them. And then as soon as they are voted for, the process reverses and these fucking losers have to, right? They failed us so horribly. We have to replace them with our new saviors, which is the other team. And then that just keeps going back and forth. And because it happens at a slow enough pace, we don't see the underlying pattern, which is just a simple pendulum swinging back and forth forever. And the rich continue to get richer. And right. So how do we break free of that paradigm? Well, one of the things I was talking about was the idea that distributed decision-making is a necessity for humanity, and trying to build that system out, the very first thing that is required to build that out is a conversation around electoral reform. So the most important political issue is not marijuana, is not gay marriage, is not climate change, is not income inequality, or all of the other smokescreens that the powers that be have used to distract you from the fact that the most important thing that matters to you politically as a citizen is the structure by which you're governed. And the only way we improve the structure by which we are governed is to not shut the hell up about electoral reform. I think I have to give Blue a card. See what he does with that. Blue might be just behind me now. Back to the YOBB. Would representative democracy improve the CAN UK systems, barring you won't get the cell phone vote? Well, they're not representative democracies otherwise, right? That's all it is. They're simply not representative democracies. They're something else. If our representative is legally mandated to represent us, as opposed to promising to do so. Say that electoral reform is the most important thing. Democracies can still come to the conclusion that it is not. In that case, you leave the democratic conversation. I have left, Heizang. Right? I don't. We started this whole conversation by me talking about how I don't vote. I already have left. So now what I'm doing instead is I'm approaching it from a media perspective. Right? I ran for government. I did that. I attempted to work within the system. right? The system has failed me. So now my alternative approach is this. We sit here and we talk about things that are interesting to me, and we hope that the show we are making is interesting to you. He does set. He's a bot, right? He has a stack elsewhere. No, he has a stack in the corner. He has a stack in the corner. Cool. I have a guaranteed blue kill. Lovely. I bet you he's inside there. And that goes into the corner that he's hiding in? Sweet. I can hang out like this for a long time. You say legally mandated. How can we be sure that they actually uphold the standard? Because then they get fired immediately. Legally mandated in the sense that they are contractually obligated to... did he quit? You loser. A Libra 992. You break my bonus early and you quit the game. Give me a break, sir. Give me a break. Oh, man. All right. We need a YOBB. The kid will have to grow up, but I'll take it out sometime. Yeah, you're welcome to it, sir. Help me clarify my own thinking by making sure that I defend my positions in something representing a coherent, comprehensive thought, right? This is a very challenging thing to do. You can imagine, right? Speak clearly and publicly to 250 people while also playing a strategy game and talking about complicated ideas. It's a pleasure to me, guys, right? This is the joy of how my mind works. This is why I've always sought philosophy my entire life, right? But I fully recognize that it is a super, super, super weird thing, and we're not used to people like me who think like me. And I'm also not really interested in convincing you to think like me. I don't want that. I just want the truth, right? I want to get to the bedrock logic. Show me I'm right, show me I'm wrong, or maybe probably somewhere of both, right? Pete, you like salt and vinegar chips? No, not really. Not really. I mean, I'll eat them, but I'm much more of a salty umami guy than the sour. The vinegar is just a bit too sharp for me. I bet you he's in the pocket. He's in the pocket. This is the shortest path to seeing that. Yes. And final territory. No, we have 3 down there. Yeah, he's here. This is fine. I'm kind of playing with my food a little bit down there. Pete, what is my favorite meat? I mean, I eat steak a lot, so probably beef. You know, bacon is really high. You think it's sausage, Kyle? It's not sausage. No, I will not. How dare you, sir? How dare you? It's sausage. All right, guys. Apparently, according to Kyle, it's sausage. Becky with the good hair would like to know, if you had to rank your top 3 chips, what would they be and why would number 1 be ketchup chips? I do like ketchup chips, but they're also kind of vinegary. I don't think they're my number 1. What's your take on poutine? I like poutine. Dude, carbs are so insidious, though. Like, the older I get, you guys want me to be a big fat fuck, eh? I'd eat so much poutine. You try rabbit? I like rabbit. I've tried a lot of meats, guys. I have tried rabbit. I enjoy rabbit. Pete's big on his meat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed he do, folks. I could probably snag the white capital soon. Yeah, blue's only behind me. Yeah, good. What's the size of his stack in the pocket? Yeah. Good job. Good job, sir. Excellent job. Do I try and kill him on 3 cards? I think I can go for the 4 cards. More than 20. You think it's more than 20? Our favorite vegetable or fruit? My favorite fruit is watermelon. White's still starting with 5. He still has his capital. So I can get a free cap there too. Gotta watch out for that 15 though. That 15 probably rolls. Right now, white is acting as a nice buffer. Is anyone else botted? Purple's in the lead. Red has been getting... No, nobody else has bought it. Oh, they just took their cap back. Interesting. Can you mark where all the caps are on the map? Yes. So we have confirmed the Denmark cap for magenta. This likely for purple. We don't know blue. We don't know red. This was blues. This was mine. This was whites. So we still don't know red's capital. And purple finds mine. They're dominating the right-hand side now. Oh, baby. Thomas Thrainson with the raid. Thank you, thank you. And I missed Kuel. So if you are still here, Kuel, thank you so much for the raid, sir. I don't think my my raid alerts are popping up, so that's why I missed it. Sorry, Kuel, thank you so much. And purple is just snowballing. If I had a set, I'd kill blue now. RVL says, in terms of you're designing a risk map, what features would you want? I'd want the hugest risk map ever. That's what I would ask for. Give me 1,000 territories. Let me play with 50 people. Do we take a peek on white? Let's see what their cap looks like. Blue has only one card, which opens my capital, so I think we let them take it. And if they set, they set. Ooh, or do I roll a 5v2? Don't think I do. But then purple gets it. Fuck. This is a tough sitch. I'd love to get this cap. I don't think I do. I think I need the guaranteed kill on blue. On 4 cards, and I hope they don't set on 3. That's what we do. Set. Okay, we do have this. We do have a set, and I don't think it's 20 in the pocket. So I think when they open my cap, which is their last card, I go down and clean the pocket, and then I have a beneficial trade with which to hopefully pivot to the white cap and continue into other sections of the board. Magenta is also probably trying to keep purple down. They start with 14. So as long as I can snag this, next turn I'll have 3 of the 6 capitals and have a really good corner of the map guarded. What's up, Mung Beetle? Hey Pete, welcome to the conversation, sir. Welcome to the chat for the first time. D4 BF4 Mason says you should find a mod maker to make a map of all US counties. Yeah, county map would be great, eh? That'd be super cool. Be down with that. Please no set for blue. Please no set, no set, no set. He doesn't take a card. He skips. Oh no, he takes a card elsewhere. Okay. Blue isn't back there. He exists elsewhere. That's good to know. Now I just take the other capital instead. Storkin is here too for the first time. How you doing, Storkin? What's my story with Bhutan? So getting back to how we were talking about how I'm an anti-nationalist, my flag has a dragon on it. So I don't really believe that patriotism works as a concept in 2023 either. I think it's a very dangerous, archaic notion that we have to get past. So I don't really fly any flag. Oh boy, this went badly. Now that I know that blue has an exterior. Thank you, NetAxe. Wow. 5 gift subs. Thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Blue in Germany. We don't actually know where blue is. Don't know for a fact. But purple got broke. Purple got broke, so. Very, very hype. Did white come back? No, I don't think so. White's still a bot. Yeah. I mean, maybe I kill white. That's a spicy play. I don't think I have quite the juice, though. I think I just steal a 3rd capital from this position. Pete, have you ever gotten over when that guy broke the deal in the tournament? Yeah, I get over it real quick, right? If you want to break your word in a risk competition, you just don't get to make your word again. Well, one break is all you get on me. You're not a bad person if you decide to lie in a game. You're just someone that can't be negotiated with again. Red starts with 7. Yeah, red only has like what, the +2 of Iceland, or they have a second capital. I think keeping blue behind me is still a fairly savvy play. Take a third capital. And let's take a third capital that nobody can see. Yeah. I like that. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm about 20 troops on all 3 caps. Good start now. Good start. Blue sets and takes his cap back. He'll try, but he'll lose all of his trade to do it. You think blue suiciding? Let's go. That's great. I hope he does. I hope he does. The trade is 40. Okay, well, I hope the cap hits him real hard. When does the KPO end? It's a 12-week tournament, and we've played our first week now. It's Sunday. White definitely breaks my bonus. White's a bot, so yeah, the bot will. I have an okay position, but yeah, as Chad is saying, blue might set and take their original cap back, which is good, right? That'll cost them all their troops, but not great because they're still behind me. Magenta is only started with 7, yeah. So there is a war on the other side of the map. Sets breaks. Doesn't set. Okay, hides troops in the corner. Okay, white bot sets. Does the 37 roll either of my capitals? Ooh. Maybe. Nah, it just breaks the bone. Cool. Looking good. Yep, 320 caps. Feeling good. Looking good. Says blue might have been knocked out of the other side. Get them cards. Yeah, I'm thinking that as well, sir. Thinking, no, you can backseat. You can back fucking Kyle. You can backseat. but I was yes, I was also thinking that. That's why I kind of left it like this. Blue is going to cry. Theophile Powers. You just had the bad luck, sir, of not leaving enough troops on your capital, and I just set on 3. I time myself out. Pete, you should try and kill blue. Thanks, Johnny. His best is best. Let's do it. Let's do it. Purple got 19 now. Okay. Dominant purple will be hitting magenta hard. And red. Well, let's see how much red gets. Sword Physish. Who do you like as far as philosophers go? Peter Joseph, the Zeitgeist guy. He's the most important public philosopher, I think, who exists. I like John Rawls. Who else do I like? I like Wittgenstein. Don't really understand him, but same with Nietzsche. Pretend to understand. Try my best to understand. I don't focus so much on who said what, but I do focus on the idea and the merit of the idea and trying to digest and deconstruct the thought and go from there. You know what I mean? Kant, yeah, obviously. Kant is like the godfather. Pretending to understand is the best. That's it. That's all we can hope to do, right? I don't really seem to pretend to know everything, so I just hope that I speak somewhat coherently. Let's see if we can get this kill. How much do you think he has left? Nothing. So he still is elsewhere. Oh, he isn't. You die. 5 cards. Very good. Very, very good. Very, very good right now after 5 cards. Okay. So let's make that 30. Let's make that 30. Let's make this bigger. And we probably have a line to kill white now. Unless purple beats me to the punch. Now we're feeling good, folks. Now we're in a really good spot. Okay. My dudes. Yeah, buddy. Kant is the goat. Yeah, I mean, as far as philosophers go, I can't really read translated German. I have some kind of like reading disability as it is. So I prefer my philosophy verbal, conversational, auditory, right? I don't do so well reading even English. So complex English and then Kant, right? Translated German into complex English and from one of the most complex, brilliant minds in all history, Immanuel Kant. Like it's a challenge for me. And I also don't pretend to be, a savant philosopher, right? A lot of what I do with all of my processes, with risk, with the content creation, with my scholastic background in philosophy is just brute force. Do a little bit every day, right? I'm not super, super gifted, but I'll work hard at it until I get it. You know anything about Kierkegaard? I mean, I have a philosophy degree, so I know a little bit about philosophers. To say, do I know anything about Kierkegaard? Yes. Do I know as much as some? No. All right, purple getting 18. Does purple decide to be vindictive? I think I can kill white here. Well, I think what I want to do is I want to run up and around and get the white kill, which will set me in turn and put us in the top 4. White's a bot. That 30 cap could very well be on white's 8. Would be more mobile. Well, so we're starting here. We're starting here and we're going to spiral out because nobody sees that cap. Nobody sees the, what's it called? What's this territory? The Istanbul cap. And purple has still so far not been hitting me, so I haven't been in a war with them at all. So we're gonna focus on this piece of the board now and then go that way. That's how I'm going to approach it. And expect to get the white kill in the process. Expecting also that magenta and purple have been fighting, and red have been fighting here. And I'm pretty sure red has like a London cap, but we'll find it in the process. Okay, red has their capital, but nothing else. Cool to see patience pay off. Pooface Killa says, I never would have won this game. I would have tried to out big dick white after the early break. Yeah, well, it's capitals. So bonuses aren't all that, right? And if you can just see enough and make the kills, that's why I think a lot of people find these stalemate. I play open lobbies, so there's a variability in skill. And, just time your kills, do the predatory method. This is like an advanced version of the type of prog that I like to play. Oh, Stacy, how you doing, puppy Stacy? You think Schopenhauer is greater than Kant? See, Schopenhauer is like another one of those Jordan B. Peterson-esque people who, like, you could easily misconstrue what he says and be like, he's such a piece of shit, right? I hate his guts. And, like, nobody's perfect. But what we try to do is we try to take the value of their words. We try to take the man out of it. Like, I like Michael Jackson, as an artist. Can we separate the art from the artist? I don't presume to tell you what he did or didn't do. I don't pretend to know. But that doesn't mean I can't enjoy his music. Okay, magenta has Russia. I don't think I break that. I think I stay cool with magenta. Oh, and I force traded Joker. No. No. Let's see if magenta fucks with me. I don't think they do. So I have a 50 cap on blues. I have a 30 cap on my original. I have a 107 out. Magenta getting 18 turn, which doesn't go into me. That goes into the guy they've been fighting. Right? Or they stay in draft. They're thinking, is Pete getting too strong? They don't know it's me. Schopenhauer also built on Kant. Of course he's greater, right? Developed the ideas Kant laid down. I honestly think that listening to someone else's philosophy is in itself a bad idea. Be your own man, woman, whatever, not the puppet of others. Yeah, pretty much paradigm. I try to take the idea, digest it, think for myself, and come up with something that makes sense. He does break. Too bad. I was hoping you'd stay at war. Anyone bought it yet? No. Or is Moyad Salim just a you can't have it kind of guy? Moyad Salim. Let's see what purple gets. 12. Yeah, that goes up or that goes into me. You're not going to get far if you go into me. Yeah, it goes up. You fight him instead. Open the capital. How much do you think purple or magenta has on their cap, guys? How do you see if they bought? It'll say right here, player is offline. There's also other quick ways to see. Like the timer will run out in draft, and then a bot will usually set in if it has cards. No, if it has cards, a bot will always set in, and bot motion looks slightly different than player motion. Joe Erotics. Hi, Pete. Hope you're having a great day so far. I play R1 in the KPO in 2.5 hours. Pretty nervous to get slapped around. Good luck, Joe. Have fun, my friend. That's what you need to do. Win or lose. I hope you have fun with it. Okay, red's moving in. Well, who do you think has more on their capital? Magenta or purple? I could always go check, I suppose. Magenta has? Not a cap there? Magenta has 10 on their capital. You suck. You suck. Red has a London cap. Red has an Iceland cap. Yes, red has 68 on the Iceland cap. And purple has... lol. 36 on theirs. I could almost cap run right now. This is jokes. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we found all the capitals. We have a set. The set is 70. I'm going to lose the 9 cap to purple or to magenta and piss them off. So now I have to make my kills sequentially. So I did piss everyone off with this move. Magenta didn't realize their cap was going to get broke. Swings all the way around to take it. Now breaks me. But you don't get very far that way is the problem. You don't actually get very far, and you don't get your own capital back. Heartbreaking. I know, my bonuses, though. But my bonuses, bro. How could you break my precious bonuses in the late game of Progressive? Thank you, General 88. Hey, Pete, been away from a bit, but your tournament brought me back. So glad it did. And I missed Stacy and I missed Chad. Why am I not getting my alerts? Thank you, Stacy. Oh, baby, I love you and your arrows. Long time, Pete. This one's for you, Stace. Love you. Long time. All right. And thank you so much. I'm such a child. Thank you so much, Chad. GG. Gift sub to Copycat Max. GG in the MLR, sir. Yeah. And did he bot? No, but he's holding 5 cards. I get the kill on magenta now. This is beautiful. Yeah, 5 cards. And I do have cards. Okay, magenta dies. Lovely, 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 lovely sitch. I kill magenta. 5. Only 5 troops. Cool. I kill magenta, then set. Then what do? What does red do? Red's going to run off their 68 cap. Unless the only problem is if there's some magenta here. How do I protect for that? I think I run that way first. With like 20 troops. That's how I protect for that. Because I can't afford to lose the magenta kill. So I'm going to run that way first just to have vision on the last piece of the board I can't see. Okay, and we get, yes, we get to the bottom of it. There is no magenta there. And we kill magenta. Lovely. This is great. Oh, fuck, I fucked that up again, damn it. Ah, I always fuck this shit up. What a noob. Okay, so we're not opening capitals. And we're just turning off the lights. Okay, so if either of these guys have cards, they rush me, but I have the whole board, and I take out the guy who does, and I have a set. Good, and that's a GG, folks. That's a GG. Who do you think's gonna win? It's me. I'm gonna win. Yes. And do either of these guys have botted? Both these guys stick around to the end. I think I give the W to red, just because they have more on their cap. Unless red rushes me now, and then I have to kill them. We'll see. What does a noob, Pete, after making one inconsequential mistake while coloring like 2/3 of the map? Well, hey, man, I really do try to min-max this. So, okay, so red is fighting me. No. He's going to see that 42. He's going to hit it? Uh-huh. He does hit it, and he gets a great roll. Okay, he's going to get purple's capital. Maybe he has enough to take the kill, but that won't set him in. So that wins me the game either way. If he gets the kill or if he doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, purple says good game. Let's see if we get a 95 v76. Look at that fucking roll. Look at that fucking roll, guys. Unbelievable. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Apologies to those who don't enjoy the philosophical, political side of my mind, but I enjoy it. And that is the philosophy and the ethos behind this channel, Free Pete. So you guys have to appreciate and understand that if I'm going to be a guy sitting talking into a microphone, the content has to be interesting to me too. And I hope it's interesting to some of you. So thank you for watching. Defeating 2 novices, 2 beginners, and an expert in blue was an expert. I royally screwed over the early game. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all enjoyed. Found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. My channels, come along the ride with me. I have a daily release on YouTube, do weekday streams on Twitch. For all of you on the path to world domination, good games, good luck.